I've said this many times before, but I love video games. But I'm not the typical gamer. I don't play Fortnite or Call of Duty for 8 hours straight. I like playing story-focused games that take the player on a journey. It's why I made a whole video about Spider-Man for the PS4. And I think one game developer, one studio that makes thought-provoking games with amazing stories is Naughty Dog. And usually that statement would be followed by a 30-minute video on why The Last of Us is perfect, but this time, we're talking about Uncharted, baby. Let's go! I love Uncharted. Back when I got my PS4, I was given one game that came with it, and that was the Drake Collection. All 3 games remastered for the PS4. Not thinking much about it, I decided to play it because, hey, it's free, right? And the moment I turned on that console, my life was changed forever. I was hooked. I loved the adventure, I loved the story, and more importantly, I loved the characters. Naughty Dog somehow has a knack for making characters that are just so lovable and iconic. We got Sully, old wisecracking buddy who smokes way too many cigars and calls everyone younger than him kid. Then we got Elena, literal goddess. She's beautiful, she's smart, she's fearless, and badass. I need a woman like this in my life. Please God, please, I beg of you, please give me a girl like Elena from Uncharted. I beg of you, bro. Please.
No.
Then, of course, we have the most iconic character to ever hit fiction, and that's Nathan Drake. The first 3 games really solidify Nathan as one of the coolest characters ever in gaming. He's a con man, he's a thief, but he's also the biggest sweetheart who's ever existed. This dude would easily die for any of his friends, and I really love characters who just like people. They're just very nice, and that's what Nathan Drake is. Also, he is a murderer. He's a murderer. This man has killed so many human beings, and also some weird bestial beings. Like what the fuck is this? What is that? I don't know, but he killed it. But yeah, my man loves committing crimes, and I appreciate that. But more importantly, he's just a dude that's obsessed with treasure hunting. Throughout the first 3 games, Nathan doesn't really have any growth. In the first one, he finds a lost city and it fuels his desire for more adventure. In the second, he finds another lost city and then kind of realizes that maybe lost cities should stay lost, and also he has sex with 2 beautiful women. Why can't I be him, bro? Now you had Elena, now you got Chloe. And in the third one, he decides to find another lost city and then finally decides that it's time to settle down, and also he goes to Subway for a foot-long sandwich and a large drink. The first 3 games have Nathan stay very stagnant. It doesn't really allow for more growth because by the time the next game comes around, Nathan is kind of the same person he was in the last one. Don't get me wrong, I still love those games and they remain some of the best games that have ever been made. And like, yeah, Nathan does learn little lessons throughout the first 3 games, but there's nothing very drastic that just changes his character completely, in my personal opinion. But then Uncharted 4 came out and delivered one of the best character-focused stories in video game history. I love how Naughty Dog just decided to be like, hey, how about we just make another Uncharted game? Oh, and also let's make it the greatest send-off to one of our greatest characters. Thank you for that. In Uncharted 4, Nathan is trying to live the normal life. And honestly, for a schlub like me, Nathan is living the life that I dream of having. He gets to go diving and look for treasure legally, even though it's mostly just, garbage. He is married to one of the most beautiful girls and amazing women to ever exist, and he lives in a super nice home where he gets to play Crash Bandicoot and make out with his hot wife. This man's living my dream. I want a girl to play Crash Bandicoot with me. And although life is pretty good at this point, like I said before, Nathan is obsessed with treasure hunting. It's like a drug for him, and right now, Daddy needs his fix. Going through all the stuff he went through in Uncharted 1, 2, and 3, Nathan thinks that he needs to grow up, get a wife, get a house, get a mortgage, live the normal life. The thing is, though, is that this is what Nathan, a character who has kind of been a kid at heart his entire life, thinks that being an adult is like. Getting a steady job, getting the mortgage, the whole 9 yards, like I said. He is so afraid that if he gets a taste of adventure again, that his obsession will come back. But by trying to live the normal life, he may have overcorrected too much. And we will get to that. When his brother Sam shows up on his doorstep, Nathan immediately tells him the stories of all the adventures he did while Sam was in prison. But it's not until after a full night of telling him stories that Nathan actually brings up that he's been married with a house and a job. That's a little suspect. How do you forget that you're married to one of the greatest women on the planet? I don't know how you do that. Not great news for Nathan's marriage. And then Sam tells him this bullshit story about how this guy Alcazar broke him out of prison and how he needs Captain Avery's treasure to pay him back. And I feel like most people probably could have felt like this was bullshit on their first playthrough, because it's a little bit extravagant, you know what I mean? Even Nathan kind of suspects that Sam is lying, but he wants so badly to believe that he's telling the truth so he can go on this adventure that he's been so badly craving from his normal, boring life. All of this, I kind of feel, makes Nathan a little selfish. See, the whole point of the game is obsession versus love, and what happens when you pick one over the other. At the beginning of the game, Nathan picks his obsession over the love of his life. You can tell me all you want that he did it because he needed to save Sam or he believed he had to save Sam, but I feel like that's not really why he did it. He did it because he wanted to do it. Yes, that had a little bit to play. Maybe he did believe it a little bit, but deep down, Nathan really wanted to go find some treasure. Nathan has been waiting for a call to adventure like this for a while. He saw the opportunity and took it. What makes it all so worse is that he straight up lies to his wife about it, like without hesitation. Even when Sully comes into the game, which, like, greatest introduction in gaming history, by the way, even he tells Nathan that he's being an idiot. Elena is the best thing that has ever happened in his life, and by lying to her and doing this, he is single-handedly giving up his marriage. You know, you go on the adventure, some stuff happens, shoot, bang, bang, and Nathan is just loving this shit. He's loving it. He's deep in it. Eating it. Gobble, gobble, gobble. I'm eating the shit. He is back, baby. And he is loving adventure again, getting back into the obsession with the excuse that it's all for his brother, of course. He's doing this for Sam. Then after one section of the game, you go back to your hotel room with the boys and boom, Elena is right there. Nathan is caught. She figured he was lying to her and then all her suspicions came to a head. And man, this is one of the most brutal, intense scenes in the whole game. Elena is heartbroken. Her husband lied to her face after he promised her that he was done with the adventure and had no ambitions to go back because he was happy with her. Him doing this is like telling her that he basically doesn't love her anymore. And Elena is rightfully upset with not only the fact that he lied to her about this, but also about him lying to her about having a brother. This is not how marriage is supposed to work. It's a two-way street. You can't just lie to your significant other. And Elena gives one of the most amazing speeches in the whole game that really has to make Nathan grow up.
You lied to me for weeks. If you were killed, I wouldn't have even known about it. And now you have a brother.
I have to save him. I don't even care about the treasure.
The look on your face when you walked into this room. If you're done lying to me, then you should stop lying to yourself.
At this point, though, Nathan isn't really mature enough to know what to do. Sully, being incredibly mature, tries to help him, but Nathan just lashes out.
Doing this for a hell of a long time. I think I might be able to
Hey, you want to be helpful, Sullivan? Go keep an eye on her.
Whatever you say.
Why don't you two adults go sort this out so I can go on my treasure hunt? After these events though, Nathan's passion for adventure has kinda dissipated. Sam tries to get him back in the game, get him excited, but all Nathan wants is to save Sam and try to get his wife back. And Sam keeps pressuring, and this is when we realize that Sam is a mirror to Nathan. He is what Nathan could have become if he never met Elena. I think when it's revealed that Sam lied to Nathan the whole time and he wasn't actually in debt to Alcazar, I don't think that comes as a surprise. You see, throughout the whole series, Sam was never there. How should we, the player, trust Sam when we don't really know him? Sam wasn't there when we found El Dorado. Sam wasn't there when we found Shambhala. And Sam definitely wasn't there when we went to Subway. So why should we trust him now? And when Nathan realizes that Sam lied to him, he's basically just like, shit, this guy sucks and I'm kinda just like him. I need my wife back. The whole thing really puts Nathan's life into perspective. Does Nathan deserve Elena and Sully? And does Sam deserve Nathan, who has done everything in his power to help him when he thought he was in danger? And then the final half of this game is so amazing because it's just Elena and Nathan trying to work on themselves, trying to fix their relationship. Elena comes back to save him, but she admits to him that she almost didn't this time. This isn't the first time Nathan has done something like this to Elena, and she's kinda getting tired of this shit. This is the moment when he learns that he has to change now. What I love about this whole set of convos between Elena and Nathan is that it's not Elena going, I told you so, I told you so. It's not an I told you so moment. It's her trying to understand who her husband is and why he does the things that he does, so she can help him grow up. Nathan realizes that he's been being very selfish by not letting Elena know what was going on. He was too scared to tell her he was back in the game because he couldn't handle losing her. He wasn't protecting her, he was protecting himself. What Elena learns is that Nathan loves adventuring. It is his obsession and he needs it in his life. One of the most perfect scenes in the game is when Nathan and Elena find all the pirates who were poisoned, and Nathan goes into what probably transpired here, and Elena finally understands him with just one look on her face.
These are some of history's greatest pirates, and they all perished in an instant at this very table.
It's incredible.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
They tried to live the normal life, but by doing so, they might have overcorrected a bit. Neither Elena or Nathan are normal in any circumstance. Both of them deserve a little adventure in their life. It's a beautiful reconciliation that is perfected by the couple of hours you spend with her as you try to find and rescue Sam. This conflict's so realistic. It's not one person being better than the other person. It's not good versus bad. It's a husband and wife trying to better understand each other so they can learn how to communicate and fix the relationship. It's so perfect. It's so perfect, man. I want a woman like this. Please, ladies, if you're interested, I'm single.
I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open.
Call me. Please call me. I'm in a silly, goofy mood right now. And then you finally get Sam back, and he's just trying to get Nathan to come along and get this treasure. And when Nathan tells him how hard Sully and Elena have worked to get them here, Sam shrugs him off by telling him that they just don't get it. And then we get this perfect sentence that shows how much Nathan has actually grown as a character.
But they don't get it. Actually, Sam, they do. They really do. Okay. Trust me, they've seen this kind of obsession before. Sam, we're not those kids anymore. We're not. And we got nothing to prove.
Then Sam runs for the treasure. Nathan goes after him. He does a sick-ass sword fight with Rafe. That is one of the coolest fights in the whole series. Rafe shows his jealousy for Nathan as he recounts everything that Nathan has done.
I hear insane. Nathan Drake raced a madman and his entire army to the steps of Shambhala.
Yes, Jesus.
Nathan Drake found the lost city in the middle of the Rub al-Khali desert.
That line goes hard. Those lines go fucking hard. You save Sam from the burning ship, you get back to Elena, you say your goodbye to Sam and Sully, and you go back home to your normal life. But wait, Nathan's boss is selling the business, and you learn that he's selling it to Nathan? Elena, being the perfect wife that she is, bought the company so that Nathan can go diving around the world looking for treasure, and she can follow her dream of reviving her TV show and documenting everything. Both of them get the adventure that they so desperately needed, finally finding out how to balance their passions with their love life. A perfect ending. But wait, it's not even over yet. You go to an epilogue where you learn that Nathan and Elena have a child named after Nathan's mom, Cassandra. Nathan and Elena finally have that life that they've always wanted, living on the beachside and adventuring. The whole epilogue allows you to look back on the whole series through the eyes of someone who never experienced it. And at the end, Nathan is able to share his passion for adventuring with another person that he loves. Nathan has finally found that balance that he has needed, and now he has finally found peace. It is the perfect ending to one of the best series of games ever. It is one of those endings where you just sit there and you're just depressed because you finished the game and there's no more game left, and you're just sitting there like, fuck. Uncharted 4 gives us the perfect send-off to Nathan Drake, but that's only part of what makes it a perfect game. I also think that the game plays really well. People complain that most of the game is just boring climbing, and like, yeah, there's a lot of climbing, but climbing never felt so good. So many different climbing animations, so many different variations of climbing. I don't know how Naughty Dog made climbing feel so satisfying. As far as combat, I also think that Naughty Dog has perfected the hand-to-hand combat. And they added this awesome feature where you can jump off a tall thing and just punch someone with the might of Zeus. One of the best ones that you do is when you're fighting Nadine with Sam and she knocks you out of a window. You climb back up. Nathan just jumps and is like, Nadine! And the game does stuff like this so many times. It makes you learn basic game mechanics to create this cinematic experience. For example, there is a Jeep with a winch, and sometimes you're driving the Jeep, you find a hill, you gotta take the winch, you gotta put it around the tree, and then you gotta drive up the hill. One time, when you think it's just another hill, you take the winch, you put it around the tree, you drive up, but then, oh my god, you fell off. Oh my god, you fell off the hill. You're hanging by the winch. Oh my god, Nathan, climb up. Oh my god, climb. Whoa.
That was sick.
And there's another one where you're driving and you run out of road, you see the grapple sign, you throw your grapple to something, it pulls you off and you're dodging obstacles, and then you get stuck in this huge shootout where you're hanging off to cars, but you're also driving cars. These moments are so fun and so exciting, and there's so many of them. It gives you this cinematic feeling like you're interacting with the game, as if you're playing an interactive film. And I feel like the Uncharted series as a whole really started this trend of making games that feel very cinematic. Red Dead Redemption 2, God of War, Spider-Man. Uncharted kind of paved the way for those kind of games. The Uncharted series means a lot to me. It's the series that got me into story-focused games. And I guess to me personally, Uncharted 4 is the perfect game in that series. It just gave me everything I wanted. Great characters that feel like real people, realistic conflict, amazing combat, great game mechanics, and one of the best finales in any game series ever. Many of you might disagree, and I totally understand. That's totally fine. But for me, Uncharted 4 is the perfect video game. I want to thank you all for watching. I worked really hard on this video, so it would appreciate it if you shared it around a bit. Also, I guess don't share it to your mom because I can handle that. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. That has nothing to do with the video, that's just really stuck in my head right now. Also, remember to like, subscribe, and comment. I love hearing your beautiful voices in my computer. What did I call her last time? Felicia? Oh shit, she's gonna be pissed if I don't remember her name. Somebody help me. Somebody comment it so I can know.
My name is Juanita, you dumb bitch. Don't ever forget my name ever again.
And remember to stay safe, stay healthy, and stay sexy. Okay, bye!
Reach this fuck, eat 'em up, eat 'em up, eat 'em up, eat 'em up. Reach this fuck, eat 'em up, eat 'em up, eat 'em up, eat 'em up. I got pieces, lumps in my bowl. Now my name's on through control. I got